You know, when a person with NPD says bad things to you, when they say negative things, that's what they have been conditioned to do, to say, to know, and to feel. When they say bad things to you, when they say negative things to you, a good person, someone that's not used to or accustomed to saying negative, just vile, distasteful things to people, you are not the type of person that feels that understands that, because I started saying negative things to women at a very young age, as far back as probably 10 or 11. And so when they are very distasteful, when they're nasty, you will hold on to that person's persona because you think you can change them. You feel bad for them. You try to understand them, and you refuse to let go. Why? Because your heart is stronger, bigger, and better than theirs. When they say negative things to you, when they say bad things to you, don't take this the wrong way, but in their world, in my world, I'm supposed to say those things to you so that I can feel safe and comfortable and powerful and assured. And as long as you stay, and I keep saying those things to you, I think that I'm supposed to say those things to you to keep you. I didn't know what it was like to provide comfort in words. I didn't know what it was like to provide comfort in understanding. A person with empathy expects you to understand them, provide them comfort, because we are dysfunctional. We are broken, right? We are disenfranchised. We come from a weak foundation. So we tell you those things. And it was true when I told women that. And so when I told them that, that made them think that it's her duty to support, to uplift, and to take care of me and my filthy mind. So when they say these nasty things to you and you stay, all you're doing is enabling them like their mother enabled them. And you're not making any difference in the world for them unless you leave. And when you leave, you make a difference in your world and not theirs, because they go to the next person and continue the onslaught. I learned verbal abuse at around 7 or 8 years old from my grandfather to my grandmother. And then I started seeing it as being funny, and it felt good to see my grandfather belittle my grandmother in front of me. And I took that on. One thing I didn't take on is the men in my family that were violent towards the women in my family. My uncle punched my mother in the mouth and knocked her teeth out. I was probably 10 or 11. So one thing I didn't take on was violence towards women. But my verbal abuse, that was easier for me. And then it became something that I thought I needed to do, and so I kept doing it. So when they say these nasty words to you, when they put you down, when they curse you out, when they yell and scream, when they call you names, when they talk about your mother, when they talk about you, when they talk about you in front of the kids, when they do all these things, and you stay, they think it's to keep you. Because had they been nice to you, they probably believe in thinking no. And this is where I went wrong, thinking that you could run me over if I wasn't verbally abusive to you or mentally abusive, especially if you stay. So when they start being disrespectful with their words, you have to make a decision to leave or straighten it out. And if you can't straighten it out, leave. Get what you deserve. You have a great day.